You know, lately you haven't told me about anything that's going on in school right now.
Well, Dad, the thing is, I've been very busy reading the Canterbury Tales for my humanities class.
Oh, I remember reading Chaucer back when I was in high school, and I remember that the stories were quite interesting. Which tale is your favorite?
I have to say that I consider The Wife of Bath's tale the best.
What's it about?
Well, The Wife of Bath tells the story of a young knight in King Arthur's time, who rapes a young maiden on her way home from a river. Appalled by the act, Queen Guinevere and her ladies are allowed to decide the knight's fate. If, within 1 year and 1 day, he has found out what all women want most, and declares this to the court, he is free to go. If not, he shall be decapitated. The knight sets out to find the answer to the question, but nearly everyone has a different opinion on the matter. When his time is nearly up and the knight is very desperate, he rides by a forest, where dozens of young women are dancing. Upon his approach, however, they flee, leaving only an old, ugly hag, who tells him the answer, in return for him granting her a wish.
I know what women want.
When he has given the answer in court, which is that all women want to be sovereign over their husbands and lovers, and secured his liberty, the hag jumps up. She demands that he marry her.
Marry me, you promised.
After begging her to reconsider, the knight eventually marries her, but at night, he cannot sleep out of disgust, so his wife asks him if he would prefer her ugly and faithful or beautiful and faithless, and the knight allows her to decide.
I don't know. You decide, my lady.
Delighted to be sovereign over her husband, she rewards him by becoming faithful and beautiful all the time. The end.
Wow. I know I read the story, but back then I didn't get the point of it.
What do you mean?
I mean the connection between the wife of Bath herself and her tale.
Oh. To be honest, I never gave it much thought.
Well, let me explain it a bit more.
Is this really necessary?
Absolutely. You see, the brilliance of this story is that it's a story within a story, which is in another story. The wife of Bath is a middle-aged woman from the city of Bath, England. A heritage site that has natural hot baths that were used by the Romans and millions of people ever since. The wife of Bath gives her opinion on the relationships between men and women, given that she has a lot of experience with this since she's been married 5 times. Even though the story was written by Chaucer over 600 years ago, its relevance is time-enduring. Are the opinions of the wife of Bath Chaucer's? Are they the opinions of women that he knew? Or is it satire? One can read it many ways. And since you are a teenager, you won't be able to figure out most of this until you get a little older.
You mean about the relationships between men and women?
For that, go ask your mom.
Thanks, Dad.